We started this week with fairly long inventory, and after early corrective move, we corrected in basically in A period and a little bit in B. We started trending higher through entire session, and after exhausting, we had some late minor liquidation, and overnight trended higher entire session with two stops around 85 and later around 98, 3800. So we are fairly extended from the lows, but we traded quite a range from all-time highs to Friday's lows. So until we can break above this gap top, I think that this is our playground, and it seems like we are going to break it. We've seen many of those occurrences that after big drop down we recover and trade higher, but I'm not sure if we are able to do this without any correction, because we can do something like this before getting higher, but not sure if this is going to happen at all, and especially today, given overnight inventory being 100% long, and yesterday did correct some of the late longs, but overall all of those people who either started longs Friday afternoon or Monday at basically any point are fairly happy, same as overnight. So 3800 is a reasonable place to look for some taking profits. We are back within this value range, so but not sure if this is that significant. So I think that we might see some early push higher. Here 3805 we had big resting liquidity for a few days now, and if we can pop higher and get back into overnight range, I'd like to enter shorts, targeting first this small this close reference, which is overnight point of control, and if we can trade below this pullback low, then TPO point of control and maybe gap fill, but I forgot to mention that it's going to be an open with gap. So this is quite bullish scenario, and given that the gap is over 20 points, the odds are we won't feel it today. So I will be monitoring closely around half of the gap, which is around here. So if we dip below this balance area and fail, I'd like to enter longs, targeting first overnight high and then higher prices with big take profit being at gap top. So this is play 1, this is play 2. I'd rather take longs than looking for shorts, but if I have a nice opportunity to short, I will take this. If we start trading higher right away and fail here, I will give it one try to get back to overnight high and maybe rotate lower, because we would be getting more and more long, and if I see some trapped traders here, I might take a stab to the short side. But until there are some people trapped here, I don't think I should look for shorts too much. And if, however, we fill the gap or make some deeper retracement, it is important to monitor how this area responds. So if we bounce and get rejected, it is okay to look for longs. We can bounce from this overnight singles fill area or value area high or whatever, so we can dip a little bit and get rejected from yesterday's range, then maybe on a pullback enter longs. And if we trade below within yesterday's range, so if we get a good rejection from higher prices and we get back into yesterday's range, I'd look to possible acceptance back within yesterday's range and within this upper balance that we established in the later part of yesterday's session, and this might be a playground for at least part of today's range. So it is a little bit possible, but given that overnight inventory is we are opening around overnight highs, that scenario that we trade both extremes of overnight is not that likely. Overnight is 44 points as of now, so certainly possible, but less likely scenario, because then we would have two negatives, one which would be filling the gap, and second one trading below, trading entire overnight range. So this in order for this to happen, we should see some catalyst, like a news, or basically news. Or so it is the least possible scenario, and if we trade back here, we can certainly fill all those single prints and maybe trade even lower. But overall, I expect higher prices today. Value should develop higher, and I think that we might challenge those the gap, either filling it or at least testing those highs. If not, we might balance a little bit, but I think that chances are we might squeeze some shorts further.